Hello everyone, just a really quick update. I just finished Lore of Bow, which is one of my favorite Sierra games. The Colonel's Bequest, I should be more clear, because technically a lot of people reference Lore of Bow, the Colonel's Bequest, as Lore of Bow, the Colonel's Bequest, even though technically it's just called the Colonel's Bequest. I was just thinking about how many games I've done on this channel now from Sierra. So we have the original King's Quest, not the SCI, not the remake one. We have King's Quest 2, we have King's Quest 3, which was a pain. It's got the worst character for me, Mr. The wizard guy, that evil wizard guy. Couldn't stand him. Best part is turning him into a cat. And then we have King's Quest 4, which was by far my favorite King's Quest of the series. Not only because it features a female character, which I thought was super great, because that was not very common at the time for a lot of games, but also the fact that it has like a day and night cycle was the first time we kind of saw that in a Sierra game, which I thought was really fantastic, really made the world feel more alive, because the screens would change if it was daytime or nighttime and stuff like that, and some of the screens were gorgeous. Then after that, we have King's Quest 5, which has everyone's favorite sidekick, Cedric. Talk about a meme that got old really fast on all the Sierra Facebook pages. Cedric memes. Done with them. Anyway, moving on, we went to King's Quest 6, which is aired today, gone tomorrow, and then we went to King's Quest 7, which is the Princeless Bride. See if I can say that correctly. And then we went into one of my favorite games, and since I run LarryLafford.net, you can guess Leash Shoot Larry, and it was the original Leash Shoot Larry game. And before anyone asks, since I mentioned that it was the original King's Quest game and then the original Leash Shoot Larry game, am I going to do the remakes that they did later? Yes. I just wanted to do these as the originals first, then I'll go back and redo, or I'll play the remakes later. I wanted to play them in their original raw format. And then we had Leash Shoot Larry 2, we had Leash Shoot Larry 3, which is Passionate Patty in Pursuit of the Pulsating Pectoral. Let me say, Leash Shoot Larry 2 is one of my favorite Sierra games ever. I just love how that whole game looks and works. I thought the puzzles were great. I thought it was really great interface, and the graphics were great. But right behind that Leash Shoot Larry is Passionate Patty, Leash Shoot Larry 3. Super great. And then after Leash Shoot Larry 3, I played Leash Shoot Larry 4, but then Allo made me take it down because no one's supposed to know about it. That's a joke in case you missed it. There is no Leash Shoot Larry 4. So then we went to Leash Shoot Larry 5, which if you watched my commentary, I can't stand Leash Shoot Larry 5. It's not funny, it's not well designed, there's nothing good about it. I feel like you can tell Allo was asked to make another game after Leash Shoot Larry 3, and he just kind of threw this thing together, was like, just gonna half-arse it. Was not a big fan of Leash Shoot Larry 5, but anyway. After that, we went into Leash Shoot Larry 6, which it goes back to feeling like a real Leash Shoot Larry game. And then that was Shape Up or Slip Out. And then we went to Leash Shoot Larry 7, which is the far more cartoonish, the same kind of style that we eventually see or saw. I can't remember which game came first, but it was the same animated style that was in King's Quest 7 and also in Torrance Passage. And then we went to Space Quest, the original version, the Therian Encounter. And then we went to Space Quest 2, which is, someone want to correct me on how it's pronounced? It's either Vohal or Volhall. It's his revenge. And then we went into Space Quest 3, which was by far my favorite of the Space Quest series, the Pirates of Pestulon. And then we went to Space Quest 4, which I absolutely loved, except for the roller skate rink part. That part is crazy because it's so absolutely random. But I did find a way around it. So if you watch the playthrough or just a regular play, you'll see how to get around it. I'm pretty sure it's 100% success because I had to do it a few times and it worked every time once I figured it out. And then there was Space Quest 5, the next Mutation, which is a really, really fun game. I know some people didn't really care for it too much because it wasn't the two guys from Andromeda, but it's actually a pretty good game, but it's mostly a Star Trek parody, and I'm not a super big fan of Star Trek. I was more the Star Wars guy. Let me show you. So, all of those are all Star Wars Legos. They're all around my room. So I was more of a Star Wars guy than I was actually a Star Trek guy. But I still love Space Quest 5 for what it is. And then we went to Space Quest 6, the Final Frontier, which not nearly as good. It was weird. Like, it had these really great 3D rendered backgrounds, but then Roger looked very 2D, very like a piece of paper on this great 3D graphics. So, and the overall feel of the game just felt off. Felt really weird. And there was a couple stories that go behind it, like it was being made, then it was getting scrapped, and then someone else had to come and clean it up, like Scott Murphy and stuff like that. So there was a lot of reasons for this game feeling disconnected. Anyway, from there we went to Police Quest 1, the original one, which is In Pursuit of the Death Angel. It's a really good game. Police Quest games are kind of difficult because they do require following a specific set of rules, but if you do it, it's actually pretty fun. And then we went to Police Quest 2, and then Police Quest 3, The Kindred, where I found a freaking bug that prevents me from getting the happy ending. A good ending, I should say. Where if you buy the rose twice at the end, you'll get a bug that basically does not give you the good ending. So just buy the rose once, even though you can buy the rose every single day, and you would think someone who has someone in the hospital would buy them a rose every day that they could. But if you do buy a second rose, you end up screwing yourself out of the good ending. Just an FYI. And then we went to Police Quest 4, which was not done by the original, who had done Police Quest 1, 2, and 3. Very different feel of the game. It does not take place in the same fictional city. It actually takes place in Los Angeles. Far more darker, grittier feel. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And then I did just the original, not even Quest for Glory, I actually did Heroes Quest, which is the copy I have. So it's original, EGA, whatever you want to call it. So you want to be a hero, I did that. And if you're wondering why I didn't do Heroes Quest 2, 3, 4, 5, it's because Heroes Quest, it's so random. A lot of it is encounter dependent. So you're running around, a lot of times you might have to run away or you die and stuff like that just from combat. So I thought, that's going to take a long time to get through. So I just did one, and I figured I'd just kind of do a Heroes Quest game, or sorry, a Quest for Glory game, in between other games that I was doing. So like, after I finished Lore of Bow, I might do Heroes Quest 2, and then do something else, and then later on do Heroes Quest 3, and then do something else, later on do Heroes Quest 4. So that's the plan for Heroes Quest, if you're wondering what happened there. And then I did Manhunter New York, which is a very different game than any of the other Sierra games, except for Manhunter San Francisco, which I also did. Those two games are very similar in how they work. It's a very, very weird game, but it's actually, once you get past some of the frustrating things about what you have to do, it's actually kind of fun. But there is a lot of frustrating moments in terms of trying to memorize a maze and stuff like that. And then I did Phantasmagoria 1, which I absolutely love. It is probably one of my favorite FMV video games that I've ever done. I think I may like it more than Gabriel Knight 2, but it's really close. And then Phantasmagoria 2, which I actually love all the way up until the last chapter with the Dimension X thing. Once you go into the Dimension X, the game nosedives. At least for me. I didn't care for it. The puzzles were not logical. The thing you have to do to get out of Dimension X is not logical. So the game is really, really good. Really, really good. And right up until that last chapter, I felt like they had this really great idea, and it was really fun. This guy's going crazy. Is there really like this space thing happening? And then they got to the end, and they're like, I don't know how to end it. Let's just do this weird Dimension X thing and just make a bunch of things that you have to combine, these alien life form things that you just push together, and then a big pinball machine thing at the end that you have to line up all the pieces correctly, and then that's how you get out. And then I just finished doing Lore of Bow, the Colonel's Bequest, as I said at the beginning of this video like 10 minutes ago. And so now I'm going to move on to Lore of Bow 2. So if you've liked any of this stuff, I can't believe I've done as many games as I've done. There was a time where I was moving really slow, and I feel like I've gotten more dedicated into doing this. So if you do like it, click subscribe, like, share, pound the notification button, tell all your friends, post it on social media, post it on those Discord channels, and tell other people so other people find it. And I get more comments and likes and subscribes and stuff like that. That would be great. Thanks.